it's Claro, 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 Claro. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Equity TV. I know it's been a while, but I'm back again. One of the sad news we have around these days. A man had to beat his wife to death because she refused to sleep with him on the 27th of June. He went to his wife and asked her to come over to his room, that he would like to spend the night with her. Knowing what was going to happen, the wife refused to go to his room, telling him she is too tired. She told him she couldn't sleep in his room. This man brought an axe to her door and told her he's going to break down the door and beat her up if she refused to sleep in his room, which I guess this woman tried to escape after realizing that he had an axe with him. She tried to go out through the window. The man accosted her and started beating her even before she had the chance to get out the window. He beat her until she fell on the floor, and he continued to beat her. After she was beaten, she became unconscious when the man finished beating her, and then she was rushed to an hospital by the neighbors. 3 different hospitals rejected her. 3 different hospitals rejected her. Then she was taken to the 4th one, which they wanted to admit her, and she died before she even got admitted into the hospital. So the woman who died after 9 days, I think on the 10th day, the neighbors around said they heard her screaming for help, but they couldn't go out to help her just because the husband is a difficult man. Can you imagine that? You heard a woman screaming and you couldn't go out to help her. That is too much. Yeah, I know if they are to be in their room, yeah, I'd agree with you for not going to save her, but they were outside in the compound. I think everybody has the right to go out and defend the woman or save her from this man any way possible. Nobody saved this woman. They only came out after they couldn't hear her voice anymore. I want you people to think about something. What if it were to be your sister? What if it were to be you, or it were to be your sister? Would you be happy if you had that somebody that could save her refused to save her just because they don't want to offend the man? Since this matter was no longer in the private, it has gone beyond just their room. They were outside. He was beating her, and everybody knew he was beating her. So I think nothing should have stopped you from saving her. Meanwhile, she was interrogated before she died. We got to know that wasn't the first time the man will actually beat her, and it seemed like it has always been violent sex. And what he had to say about what he did.
What brought me is between me and my wife that dies. One night, Saturday evening, around after 10 in the night, I asked her to come and sleep in my room. Then she now said no, that she will not sleep in this house today at all. She take one of her shirts and she opened the other door and run out of his room. So as she was running, she fell down. So immediately we rushed her to hospital. After some days, she died. She has been with me for 20 years now. She has 2 kids for me, 2 boys. One 19, one 12.
Imagine, the man totally denied everything. He said she fell down through the window and she became unconscious with music.
The Edo State Police Command, through its Erotubu division, received a complaint from one Miss Lovett, 33 years, that her mother was beaten by her husband, which led them to an hospital. But before they find out, a particular hospital took her on admission. 3 other hospitals rejected her because of the beating she received from the husband on 27th of June. the woman was on admission when operative of the Ewotubu division went to meet her and obtain a statement to ascertain the actual reality of what happened. So the woman in her statement alleged that her husband within that hour, 23:00 hours, came to come to his own room, that she should come and sleep over there. The woman said no, she is tired, she cannot come to his room. At the process, the husband started threatening her with an axe that if she did not open, he would break the room and beat her off. So from her statement, that's not the first time. Anytime she did not go to his room, he ended up beating her. At that time, she opened the window to run away. He heard about it. He heard the noise that she's opening a window to run away. He now accosted and blocked her at the window and started beating her. She fell on the ground, and according to her, he continued beating her until she could not move again. She shouted before she became unconscious, she shouted for neighbors to come out. But because of the man's attitude, according to some of the neighbors, that they could not come until there was no noise, they came and met her unconscious on the ground. That was when they took her to the hospital, and 3 other hospitals rejected her. They went to the final hospital where they accepted her. Even in that place, they have to also transfer her to UBTH, where she died on the 7th of July, 2021.
Can you imagine? I'm going to say he intended to kill her. He wanted to kill her, and they believe that no one could hold him responsible. He was prepared. I want us all to fight against now, and that's just because of that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up and see you next time. Bye.